Hi, this is Bill for Sparky channel. Today I'd like to show you the electrician's favorite bit, and that would be the auger bit. And I'm going to be using the 7/8 inch diameter size, which is one of the most popular sizes for electricians for running different sorts of cables through studs, bottom plates, top plates, and so forth. The 7.5 inch size is perfect for use with an angle drill to drill holes through studs, and the 18 inch is perfect for going through multiple studs or top plate or bottom plate. My topic today is which is better, the single flute wood auger bit or the dual flute wood auger bit. Alright, so a flute is the sharp slots that corkscrew upwards along the length of a milling bit. So these are flutes right here. See, flute, flute, flute. When a bit has two cutting surfaces, it needs two flutes. When it has one cutting surface, it only needs one flute. So you wind up with a much different geometry. If you look at the bottom one, the flutes are much more stretched out, and there's two flutes. The top one, the flutes are much closer together and is called a single flute. These particular bits are made by Ideal. They're designed and engineered for electricians. Most electricians' bits these days come with the quick lock ends. They are 7/16 inch shanks that are designed to just pop right into a drill that has the quick lock feature. If your drill doesn't have the quick lock feature, they work just fine in any 1/2 inch drill. And now it's time to pit the 18 inch dual flute versus the 18 inch single flute auger bit and see which one performs better. On the left we have the single flute wood auger bit, and on the right we have the dual flute wood auger bit. Both bits are going to be drilling through 4x4 lumber 4 times. On your mark, get set. Single flute is spinning really fast, but the dual flute is just as fast. It just doesn't look like it is as fast. And now they're at the third hole. And dual flute's ahead by just a little bit. And here we go to the fourth hole. And it is dual flute. Dual flute wins by just a whisker. But for all intents and purposes, really, that's a tie. Now let's look at the quality of the holes. The 4 holes on the left were made by the dual flute. The 4 on the right were made by the single flute. And well, I'd say that's a draw. I'm going to give that a draw. Let's flip the 4x4 over and see what the underside looks like. Here's the underside of the 4x4, and I would say that the dual flute has a little bit cleaner holes on the underside than the single flute. One advantage to the dual flute is that it's rated for nails, while the single flute is not. Here I have nailed a 3¼ inch nail in the way of the dual flute. You can hear the sound of the bit just change for a second, but it went right through that nail. Now let's go over the pros for the single flute. One, it's less expensive than the dual flute. In these Ideal models, it is actually $10 less than the dual flute. 2, the single flute performs great in dry wood with no nails. So if that's what you have, this is really all you need to buy. 3, quick and smooth cutting, as you saw in the demonstration. 4, they're easy to sharpen. After all, there's only one blade. Now the pros for the dual flute. 1, they're suitable for wet or nail embedded wood, so they're more of a multi-purpose bit. 2, they're very smooth drilling. 3, they should last longer between sharpenings than the single flute. I'd also like to mention that these new auger bits by Ideal have a special feature which they call the arc cutting advantage. You notice how the cutting surfaces of this auger bit don't go straight across. They actually arc a little bit on both sides. You can see more of the arced cutting surfaces in this close-up. You can see the arced cutting surfaces in the single flute bit as well. The design purpose for these arced surfaces is to make for a smoother and quicker drilling experience. So in conclusion, if you're working in new construction and you got dry wood and not too many nails in your way when you're drilling, these single flute bits are great. They're less expensive and they're going to work great for you. But if you're doing remodeling where there's liable to be nails in the wall that you're going to be running into with your bit once in a while, or you're working with pressure treated wood or wet wood a lot, well, you better go with the dual flute. I think it'll be a more of a multi-purpose bit for you, and I just think it'll work better for you. So leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what kind of bits you guys like to use for drilling holes for electrical. And of course, I'll put links for all the products shown in the video in my video description. Thanks. I hope this video was helpful.